Production files in Kairos are used to save things like production elements, so the names of inputs, what clips are loaded where, what macros are saved, what does your board look like, what does your multi-viewer layout look like. All of this information is saved as a part of a production file and can be easily loaded or shared with other users. For production files, everything above the setup row is going to be saved as a part of a production file. So as we move up the ladder here, our configuration for inputs and outputs, their names, their source options, how our panel is laid out. For our FX inputs, what are the relationships there? How have we built those FX inputs? For our media playback, what media is loaded? What state is the player in? And then as we go on up the list, macros, what's already there, what's written? How are our multi-viewers laid out? What scenes do we have built? What transitions do we have? Snapshot settings and audio mixers. All of these elements are saved as a part of a production file. And to save a production file, very simple in Kairos, just jump up to our production menu, drop down, and we can do a save or a save as. Of course, the first time that you do a save, it's going to ask you for a name. So for today, we can do a training production, just TRN for training. Now that I've done that, I click save. I've now saved all of the information included in all of these tabs, starting with the config. Now to recall a production file, it's going to be the same thing but in reverse. So same menu, production. Now I can go to load, and I can load one of my previously saved productions, or if I want to start new, I have an option with a couple templates here. So going to our new menu, I can choose one of these 6 built-in templates to begin with. So if I want to have something like a 2ME switch, I can start there, but of course, as you build and create in Kairos, all of these can be adjusted and resaved and re-imported for the different shows that you may be working on. Also important to note, as a part of our production saves, we have what are called a default production. So a default production is what production your server will boot in anytime it's rebooted. So it's important to store a good starting place for your shows as a default production. So if we want to store a default production, simply hover over this menu, click store, give a warning, hey, are you sure you want to overwrite? Yes, we want to continue. Now we get a success message down at the bottom saying our default production has been saved, and now anytime we reboot, we'll reboot into this saved starting position and be ready for air. So as you see, a production file can be very useful as you get in and out of production or you move operator to operator. You can simply save, reload, share, get that production file reloaded and be ready for air in a matter of minutes.